stopping by today. My name is Luann, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my weekly grocery haul along with my meal plan. Well, welcome back again, friends. I'm so glad that you're here today because I'm going to be sharing with you my weekly grocery haul along with my meal plan. Now, it's been a while since I've done a grocery haul for a couple of reasons. The first one being that it all started out that I just had way too much in my freezer. And I know that's a really good and blessed problem to have, but I really needed to start working through some of those items that I had out there. And now that I've worked it down to a level that I'm kind of getting a little nervous about, I'm ready to start filming these grocery hauls again. And another reason why I haven't been filming my grocery hauls is because when I have been going to the grocery store, I've been going on the weekends. And I don't film on the weekends. So it's just been just a matter of missing the opportunity. But now I'm going to try to get back into my old schedule where I get the groceries on a Monday morning and spend that day focused on the food and stocking everything up. So hopefully I'll be able to bring some more grocery hauls to you after this one. Now this isn't a huge one, but I wanted to share it with you anyway so that I can just get back in the habit of sharing these with you because I know a lot of you like them. And along with it, just to make it worth your while, I want to give you my weekly meal plan that may give you some inspiration for your meal plan or maybe some future meals. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. I did get everything from HEB with the exception of one item that I did get from Aldi's. And if you've seen any of my previous grocery hauls, you know that I shop at several different places. I'm from Texas and our local grocery store is HEB, so I do shop there and it's just like right across the street from me. And I do a lot of shopping at Walmart, at Aldi's, at Sam's. And then we have a family-owned grocery store in town that I frequent every now and then. Not very often, but you may see a few things from there. But anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this grocery haul. Okay, here is this week's meal plan. On Monday, I'm going to be having an Italian sausage ziti with salad. Now, this is a pasta meal that I got from the channel Mandy in the Making. Some of you may be very familiar with her, and I wanted to make sure to give her credit for this recipe. It'll be the very first time that I make it, and if all things go well, I'll be filming that for you. Now on Tuesday, I'm going to be making orange chicken with broccoli and rice. Wednesday is chopped steak with mashed potatoes, gravy, and corn. Thursday is the pork tenderloin with macaroni and cheese and green beans. On Friday, I'm going to do an Instant Pot pinto beans and cornbread. This will be my first time trying to make pinto beans in the Instant Pot, so I'm curious to see how that's going to go. And then on Saturday, we're going to have sloppy joes with a pasta salad. Okay, now that you have an idea of what I plan to make this week, let's go ahead and take a look at the groceries that I had to buy for this. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start right out with the meats. And I can show you the prices on some of this stuff. This is my pork tenderloin that I'm going to be making this week. It is by Smithfield. There's 2 in these packages. And with it just being my husband and I love this because for only $6.33, I'm able to get 2 meals out of this. I make them both at the same time and then we eat one and freeze one. This tenderloin was $2.97 a pound, and this is just a little over 2 pounds. Next up is that one item that I had to get from Aldi's, and that's the Italian sausage. This is going to be for the Italian sausage ziti that I plan on making on Monday, which is today. I really like Aldi's Italian sausage in the mild. I haven't tried their spicy. I make a Toscana soup like Olive Garden has, and if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up above, but this is the sausage that I also use in that. The last meat that I have this week, of course, is some bacon. I buy bacon every week. Okay, up next is my 1.5 dozen of eggs. And this actually is the first time I've had to buy store-bought eggs in a while. I've been getting them from a friend and from the farmer's market, but I just didn't make it out this past week, so I had to buy them from the grocery store. I do have plans of filming another breakfast video, so I'm stocking up on some eggs this week. And the eggs at my grocery store right now for the extra large is a little over $5. I think they're around $5.24. And these are just the regular large, and I think they were pretty close to $5. I think they were like $4.98 or $4.97, something like that. But this is for the dozen and a half. Okay, next up I have my white chocolate mocha creamer by International Delight. I have been using creamer for a while now. I started taking the Vital Proteins collagen in my coffee, and I don't know, it just seems like by adding a little bit of creamer, it makes it more of a treat to make sure that I actually finish that cup of coffee. But anyway, I am using the white chocolate mocha right now. I've been using the good classic hazelnut for a while, but this week I thought I'd try the white chocolate again. Here I have some Easy Melt. This is the HEB equivalent of Velveeta. This is just the 1 pound package. I just like to keep this on hand, and besides that, this week it's necessary to have it because I'll be making that macaroni and cheese to go along with the tenderloin. And then here I have a 1 quart carton of some heavy whipping cream. This is just the HEB brand. This will be used in recipes for breakfast this week. And then my final cold item is going to be the Swiss cheese. This again is Hill Country Fare, which is an HEB brand. And what I will be using this for is for the chopped steak. I like to make the chopped steak patty, top it with some Swiss cheese, get it real melty, and then put some brown gravy and grilled onions on top. Now we're moving into the produce for this week, and I have some Baby Bella mushrooms. I always buy them whole. That way I have the option to use them whole or slice them up. So this week this will be used in salads, and I may even add it to a breakfast recipe. Here are some blueberries. This is the brand. Now I got these at HEB, but I believe I've seen this brand at Aldi's too. This is just 1 pint, and I eat these in everything. I put them in my cereal. They're good with oatmeal. They're good in yogurt. They're good in side salads. So, you know, they're blueberries. This week, I made sure to have some fresh blueberries on hand to make a French toast recipe. And my final produce item is going to just be these bananas. Okay, now for the pantry items, we'll start out with this Pioneer brown gravy. The Pioneer brand is by far my favorite. This is what I will be using to top those chopped steaks. Here's a Betty Crocker Suddenly Pasta Salad. This is in the creamy Italian flavor. Even though this comes from a box and I won't be making that pasta salad from scratch to go along with our Sloppy Joes, this is my husband's favorite. He normally doesn't like pasta salads, anything with like cold mayonnaise salads. He just doesn't like anything like that. But he does like this, so I'm not going to make any changes to it. I'm going to make it just the way he likes it. And it's very simple. You just boil it and mix the seasoning packet with some mayonnaise and stir it in. So I'm not going to argue with that. And this is another one of my husband's favorites, the Crunch and Munch and the Buttery Toffee flavor. I'm not sure how many different flavors the Crunch and Munch comes in. At my store we have the caramel, and I believe this is the classic though, the Buttery Toffee. And this is what I'll be using for the Sloppy Joes to go along with that pasta salad. This is the HEB Sloppy Joe Sauce. We really like this. Of course, I won't be using both of them. I bought one for backup just to fill the slot. But on the weekends, I like to keep things pretty simple so that we can focus on spending our time in other ways. And this is really good. We actually like it better than the Manwich or other Sloppy Joe brands that you can find on the shelf. So if you have an HEB in your area and you haven't tried the HEB brand, I really recommend it. Okay, here's just one single can of Old El Paso, the traditional refried beans. I just needed to backfill the beans in my pantry. I used a can last week, and so I added a can to this week's grocery list. Now, if you haven't figured it out, this orange marmalade is going to be for the orange chicken. And I'm going to be trying something a little different this week. Usually I buy chicken tenders, I cube them up, I flour them, I season them and fry them. This week I'm going to try something a little more simple. I bought some chicken tenders from Aldi's. Let me show you what they look like. It's more budget friendly, and I didn't see anything too scary in the ingredients. I don't see any chemicals. We've got chicken, water, rice starch, salt, flour, water, salt, cornstarch, spices, garlic, extractives of paprika, brown sugar, spice extracts, breading set in vegetable oil. That's probably the worst thing on there. So I'm not going to feel too guilty about this. For one, it's more budget friendly, and I didn't see anything too scary in the ingredients. So back to the marmalade. You can use any kind of orange marmalade for this recipe. It's just a 50-50 orange marmalade with barbecue sauce and some soy sauce in there. I hope to film that for you. Smucker's does make an orange marmalade, but I didn't get it because the first ingredient in it was high fructose corn syrup, and I try to avoid that as much as possible. So this is the kind that I have this week. Now this is the Heinz Homestyle Gravy. It's roasted turkey. I do have plans next week to do a recipe with rabbit, and to me, rabbit tastes a lot like turkey. And so when I have some rabbit that I really need to use up, I just look up turkey recipes. But anyway, this is for next week. Now we're moving into the bread items. This is a French bread loaf. They're only $1 at HEB. It's a pretty good size. And this is going to be used for my, that's a hole, it's not mold. I know it looked kind of funny on there. This is what I'll be using for my French toast recipe. Here are some Thomas English muffins. Again, this will be part of my breakfast prep for the week. We'll make some little breakfast sandwiches. And the last food item that I have on this week's grocery haul is just some sandwich bread from Mrs. Baird's. The only non-food item that I had this week was just some laundry detergent. Well, if you enjoyed today's grocery haul, I sure hope that you'll give this video a big thumbs up. And if you're here today for the very first time on this channel, you can find plenty of food, kitchen, and pantry motivation through recipes, grocery hauls, and so much more. So if any of that sounds good to you, I hope that you'll go ahead and subscribe and make yours a heart-filled kitchen too. Well, I'd love spending some time with you today, and I sure hope that I'll see you in the next one. Bye!